Korean couple exchange messages 24 hours, 7 days. Sometimes some people really worry and they say, hey, let's do video chat, show your friends.
Salut à toi et bienvenue en Japania. Alors aujourd'hui on se retrouve dans cette petite vidéo pour parler en fait des différences fondamentales entre la Corée du Sud et le Japon. Vous savez que géographiquement ce sont des pays voisins, très proches l'un de l'autre et pourtant ils sont si différents. Donc pour ça en fait je suis rejoint par Keijin que vous avez vu dans une précédente vidéo, la vidéo sur les discriminations que je vous invite à voir si vous ne l'avez pas encore vue. Et du coup, vu que c'est une Coréenne qui vit au Japon, elle a un peu le pied en fait dans les deux cultures, donc elle va pouvoir nous dire en détail quelles sont les principales différences entre ces deux pays. Donc je vous laisse découvrir ça et on se retrouve juste après.
Comment ça va aujourd'hui?
Uh-huh.
Comment ça va aujourd'hui? Ça va bien. Je m'appelle Keijin. I'm Korean. I'm currently living in Japan and I'm learning French.
So, welcome back on this channel.
Yeah.
So today
Yes.
we're gonna talk about the differences between Korea and Japan, because even if those two countries are kind of neighbor, they're like totally different.
So difficult. Okay. I'll do my best.
Yeah. But like if I ask you a difference, something that comes immediately to your mind, what comes first?
People.
People?
Yeah, people.
Okay. What's
So I
different?
think Korean people are more honest.
More honest?
I mean, like Japanese people have like tatemae and honne.
Yeah.
So I feel they always have something around them, so it's hard to reach to them. But I feel like Korean people don't have it. And then also they speak more English than Japanese people. So yeah, when you go to Korea, Korean people are like more welcoming. You're foreigners, and then like, hey, let's be friends. And then they try to talk to you more in English. And yeah, I think it's much easier.
Now I want to bring food on the table already.
Ah, yes.
So I've noticed something when I travel to Korea is like you guys use like different chopsticks.
Oh, right. We use metal chopstick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Is there a specific reason why you guys use metal chopsticks, but then in Japan it's different?
so Japanese people use wooden chopstick, right?
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So why do you use metal fork and spoon in France?
That's a good question. Because we can wash them, reuse them. It's easier to grab the food.
Yeah, that's what I exactly thought. Because when I came to Japan, I was like, chopsticks are wooden. So I feel like, you know, a lot of foods are soupy, right?
Yeah.
So soupy can, like, the wooden chopstick can absorb the soup, and then how can? Because to me, all the utensils are supposed to be metal.
Yeah.
So when I came to Japan, I'm like,
You guys are neighbors, but one of the main difference between Korean food and Japanese food is Korean people eat so much spicy food. Is there a specific reason why you guys eat more like spicy?
so around me, we eat spicy food when we are stressed out. I remember when my friends failed to get a job, she called me and
Yeah.
hey, let's get the
Huh?
spicy pork
Yeah.
feet dish. So when we are really stressed out in the company, like a boss yelled at me, then yeah, we eat like spicy food. So while you are eating spicy food, it's too spicy. You cannot think of anything. So you forgot about your work or any stressful thing. After eating the spicy food, you sweat, right? So you feel so refreshed. Of course, some people eat it because we are just too used to spicy food. So for us, without any spicy taste, it's like, it tastes plain.
I've done my homework and I've found that one of the main difference between Japan and Korea is like the Confucianism.
Yeah.
Like the Confucianism, for those who don't know, is like a system of thought and behavior that comes from ancient China. How does it impact like the Korean society?
In Korea, if you are older, then the position is different. The person who is older than you is higher position than you, so you have to be very polite. You use different language, and also you try not to show your emotion too much, and we try to follow their opinions because they have more experiences. Friend relationship, age matters. Even though it's friend,
Even if it's like 1 or 2 years?
yeah.
6 months?
6 months? No. So
Okay.
the interesting thing is in Korea we calculate age differently.
Okay.
So when you are born, our age start from 1.
Okay.
1 year old. I think in Western countries the age start from
Like
0.
0, yeah.
you get 1 year older on your birthday, right?
Okay.
But in Korea, we get 1 year older on January 1st. So everyone in Korea get 1 year older on January 1st. You are born in November, so you start from
One.
1, and then it's January
Oh my
1st,
God.
so it's like 2
So a
years
baby
old.
of 2 months could be like already 2 years old in
Yeah,
Korea.
baby with 1 day old can be 2 years old. If you are born in the same year, then you are all in the same age. So like age really matters. And that's why we always ask age when we meet new people. Then you know what language you're gonna use. In Korea, we have a lot of honorific titles. Like, I think if someone likes Korea, you probably heard like oppa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, oppa means older brother or older male friend. You have to know their age first and then decide which honorific titles you can use, right?
Okay.
Because we don't really say name directly unless you are the same age or
Yeah.
younger than you.
It brings us somehow like to the drinking culture, because from what I understand, drinking culture is like directed by the age of people.
Younger people serve drink to older people with 2 hands. With 2 hands. You cannot drink like this is such a Then when you receive the alcohol from older people, you also have to receive with 2 hands.
Okay.
1 hand is such a rude. It's like
Okay.
no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very polite. And then when you drink alcohol, so for example, you are older people, then I cannot drink like this. I have to drink like. So in Japan, if someone drinks some alcohol, you keep pouring, right?
Yeah.
So even though they didn't finish their alcohol, but in Korea, you should not do that. So if someone finished the drink, then you can pour.
And also in Japan, you should not pour your own glass. Somebody should pour it for you. So in Korea, is it
Same. Yeah,
same? Okay.
We said, oh yeah, if you pour it yourself, then the person in front of you or people around you won't have boyfriend or girlfriend
Oh
for
my
3
God.
years or something.
Okay, so please let me pour your glass.
I think one of the biggest thing between Korea and Japan is that in Japan, maybe you care about your family and that's it. But in Korea, if you are married, your partner's family is as important as your family. But I think in Japan, even though they are married, they don't really they don't have to visit their like parents-in-law like every month. But in Korea, it's kind of like you are my son or daughter, so you have to visit like regularly. Person visit their parents-in-law's house, then they are a guest. So the parents-in-law will prepare food or anything, right? But in Korea, if it's a female and visit their husband's family, then she'll be the one who has to like cook or prepare something like
Oh
that.
really?
It's more like, oh, I'm your daughter, so I have to do that. So these days, young people don't really like it. So like they try to avoid that situation and they don't go. Yeah.
What is the difference between the role of the woman in the society in Korea versus Japan?
We have like stronger voice.
Yeah?
In Japan, girls should be. Is it okay to
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
So in Japan, girls are like expected to be more like kind, and then they follow the guys very well. But in Korea, I think Korean girls are more like speak up. Like we speak up what we want. So some Japanese guys, I heard some Japanese guys say Korean girls are strong. But anyway,
Yeah.
And then also feminism in Korea is getting popular in Korea. So like I think a lot of women try to speak up about any discriminations. But in Japan, I still don't really see like feminism a lot. So.
Actually, a lot of women still want to just like, you know, find a husband, found a family and stay home, take care of the home and the children.
Yeah, actually, some of my friends said, oh, their dream is find a rich husband and then be a housewife and then take care of the children. I think that used to be the case in Korea too. Like I don't know, like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
These days, not so many people want that. Yeah, it's because I think if one person work in Korea, I think it's hard to manage their living. And then another thing is also women want to be more like like
Independent.
outgoing, yeah. And then they have their own like life.
Mm.
Yeah, because taking care of kids seems hard.
I know in Japan, for greeting people, they are really not touchy, which means even if you don't see your family for years, when you reunite, you will just be like hi from like a distance,
Yeah.
like no touch, no hug, no
Yeah,
kiss.
I haven't hugged my father and mother actually. We don't really touch, but compared to Japanese people, I think we are more familiar with touching. I think in Korea we have smaller personal space than Japanese. So when we walk with Japanese people, so for Japanese people it's too close, so they move here. Korean people will get closer, and so when we walk like this.
Oh my god. Patriotism.
Oh,
So,
I love Korea.
yeah.
I think that's stronger in Korea. We said, oh, we all love Korea.
Mm,
Like, yeah,
yeah.
you have to vote. But in Japan, a lot of my friends said, I don't care.
Yeah. Especially recently, we could observe that, like, you know, when there were like the tension between Japan and Korea, I feel like much more, like the young generation of Korea were like much more angry than
Right.
the Japanese younger people didn't care much about this
Yeah.
issue, right?
I think it's more like also historical too, because in Korean history, we changed president a few times with our protests. So we know that if we speak up, we speak up together with many people, we can change the politicians, or we can change the world, we can change Korea, so we can make Korea better. But in Japan, nobody protests. I mean, some people do that, but it's
Yeah.
not as big as Korea. So
And I feel you guys had to fight more for your country because like in the years many people try to invade you, whether it's
Yeah.
China or Japan, so you
Right.
guys had to be strong and fight for
True.
your
Yeah.
earth and-
Historical, like 100 years ago,
Yeah.
yeah, we had like lots of bad invasions.
working ethic. Is there a big difference between Japan and
One of the
Korea?
biggest different thing is like fast. Korean people are so fast.
Oh,
So
yeah?
when I work with Korean people, we are like, okay, so it should be done like in order, like so fast, like efficient, productive. Is yeah, 빨리. It's like speed is very important, but that doesn't mean that the quality of work is poor.
So you have like a high productivity
Yeah,
compared to
right,
Japan.
right. But for Japan, I think the more important thing is you follow the rule and you follow the procedure. So everything is correct.
Yeah.
So I think that has like pros and cons. Maybe like Korea has like fast, but we sometimes ignore this part because we don't have time.
So you're more competitive, maybe
Yeah, we are
more.
competitive, and safety maybe we ignore that because safety is not really showing, so it slower the speed. So maybe we sometimes ignore that. But in Japan, you always follow the procedures.
The
so,
order and
yeah,
the prudence is important.
yeah, it's like safe, and then you sure the quality.
Then it leads to overtime
Yeah.
that we know, right?
There's a highest tower in Malaysia. There are two buildings, but they look exactly the same. One was built by Japan, one was built by Korea. Japan started first, but Korea finished first. So
Yeah.
for Korea, hey, they are doing it like competitive, like yeah, we have to do it faster, better. Like
Challengers, huh? She's proud.
no, I'm just telling that
Yeah,
there's a
just
story
tell.
about it.
The living conditions in Korea versus Japan.
Monthly rent is much more expensive in Japan. Transport is very expensive in Japan. Korea is definitely cheaper.
So is it because like you guys have like a lower salary than Japan? No?
Actually, in terms of salary, it's similar. What we
Oh,
get
okay.
in Korea and Japan is not so different.
K-pop versus J-pop.
Yay!
What's the difference?
So biggest difference is Japanese girl groups are more about like kawaii stuff, like cute, like for me like teenagers. In Korea we focus on like sexy.
Yeah.
So like we wear like tight clothes, and yeah, like the dances are not like cute, more about like
Yeah.
sexy dance.
Is it because adult movies are banned in Korea that they need to make it more sexy?
Interesting. I never thought about it. That's true, because in Korea, like if it's too sexy, it's like they cannot be on air. You cannot be on TV. So there's a, I think, association. They check all the music video or music or any video.
Now it's time to talk about relationships, but love relationships.
First thing that lots of Japanese friends were surprised is we have lots of anniversaries in Korea. So we celebrate 100 days, 200 days, 300 days,
Oh.
400 days, 500 days, 1 year, 1000 days, 2 years, 3 years.
Okay.
Especially 100 days is very important. So
Okay.
like, yeah, you have very special day. But in Japan, it looks like maybe they care about like yearly anniversary. But like in Japan, you said like kokuhaku style. I
Kokuhaku,
think
which is like when like the guy or the girl declare its flame to the person.
Yeah, same in Korea. So if you don't make it clear, we don't know if it's a boyfriend or girlfriend.
Okay.
And then also very important thing is once you make it clear, then you start counting the days. So you can celebrate your 100 days.
Okay.
Big thing.
Oh.
Korean couple exchange messages 24 hours, 7 days. Sometimes some people really worry and they say, hey, let's do video chat, show your friends.
It's something common in Korea to do.
It's not uncommon. I
Okay.
wouldn't say all my friends do that,
Okay.
but I wouldn't say it's not uncommon. In Korea, it's crazy. We are so jealous.
Really?
Yeah, we are so jealous.
Thank you very much for all your insights, Keijin.
No problem. Dehien.
De rien.
Ah,
Oh yeah, it was so cool. So you're learning French right now, and
I'm learning French seriously. I have French book too.
are your studies going well? What? No, don't say anything. You know what, guys? If you want to like follow Keijin's stories and know like how her study of French are going, just click in the link below. Thank you.
Thank you.
Choo choo, bye bye.
Bye bye.
Et voilà, c'est tout pour aujourd'hui. J'espère que cette petite vidéo vous a plu. En tout cas, elle était plus longue que d'habitude, mais je pensais que la qualité était présente, donc je voulais vraiment rien couper et vous laisser un max de contenu justement sur ce sujet. Donc voilà, n'hésitez pas à me dire s'il y a des choses qui vous ont plus surpris que d'autres. Ce sera toujours intéressant justement de lire vos avis. Ça me fait ma petite lecture dans le train, etc. Et si vous avez justement des idées de sujets que vous voulez voir justement traités avec Keijin, hein, puisqu'elle nous apporte un peu cet œil sur la culture coréenne que je n'ai pas forcément. Donc donnez-moi vos idées, on fera peut-être des vidéos ensemble dans le futur où elle pourrait répondre à vos questions, etc. Donc voilà, comme d'habitude, je vous dis merci d'être fidèle au poste, merci d'avoir regardé cette vidéo. N'hésitez pas à suivre les réseaux sociaux si vous voulez soutenir la chaîne. Je vous dis tchou tchou, bye bye et à la semaine prochaine.
What is chuchu bye bye?
Just like
What is chuchu?
it means nothing, just a crappy phrase I just use.
But you
So
can
bye.
be like Didi, Didi bye bye.
You know
I
what?
thought you-
I'm gonna use it next.